On. There we go. I forgot to start the recording. Welcome back, everybody. It's your host, the most of your Starborn Feline, coming up with a new episode of, or rather, new stream of Reverse 1999. So, I've been holding off on doing this one for a little bit because I wanted to try streaming it live. So this is the Midnight Whistle update. Basically, this is long story short. This is a vampire update. I'm not super fond of vampires, generally speaking. I just find them a little bit boring. I guess ever since Dracula came out, like, people have had this idea of what vampires are, and Twilight also kind of messed that up a little bit for me as well, because like it came out at a time, made vampires super popular, but it also made them like super just bleh. I guess if that's a way to put it. But anyway, enough of me yammering. Let us get right into it, shall we? So, Midnight Whistle, here we come.
In the light of the blood moon, they rise and stride under the veil of the night. Freely, they live without fear of death. For through blood, they live forevermore. Because blood is life. Blood is life. The Danube dawn.
Ladies, gentlemen, please remain calm.
A train whose ticket anyone would die to get. We've received intelligence that there's very likely a dangerous vampire on board. Your assistance is vital to our investigation.
I'm afraid I can't help you. Investigator Semmelweis. Ask around and you'll get 100 different stories. None of them real. You're chasing a fairy tale.
Well, I have heard rumors.
A vampire? That's right! Dracula! Dracula!
You haven't a clue as to the true secret aboard this train. Stir any memories?
As the night fell, and the last slivers of light gave into the darkness, their cries faded, and the blood of those sorry passengers trickled, sweet and warm down the throats of the red-eyed monsters, until every last drop had been swallowed up.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Hey, there we go. So, I'll admit, this is probably one of the first times in a long while that I've really been interested in seeing what they're going to do with this. Because like I said, I'm not interested in vampire media. I just find it a little boring, because usually it's like some big, brooding... Typically, for me, vampire boils down to this. Centuries old, if not millenniums old, mastermind who has been planning their return, or has awoken and started trying to establish themselves in the modern age, and is a dark, brooding bad boy, I guess would be the best way to put it. Usually, anyway. Very rarely do they ever stray from that sort of medium. I remember Nickelodeon did a vampire series for a little while, which you had a couple of friends who were big fans of the old series. Turns out based on reality, and the whole later on the line got extended into like the whole supernatural world. But anyway, let's see here. Let's board now. Travel notice. The train will leave as scheduled, weather permitting. Please have your tickets ready for boarding. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I do mute myself for these videos. If you've seen my other stuff on YouTube, it's just because there's usually a lot of lot of audio that I don't want to mess up. Anywho, muting myself now.
This is no ordinary train. From Istanbul to Vienna, each land it passes through still carries the echoes of gunshots and explosions. Before the war, it was a symbol of luxury. Now it is an ark, a way to outrun death, and everyone is scrambling for a ticket. They have no idea that when night falls and the train stops, death comes aboard too. On one such night, a group of passengers awoke to the sound of crying. They followed it. Then, the crying turned to bawling, and the bawling to wailing, until they reached it. A door that wasn't there before. And there, in a carriage that never was, in that place that shouldn't even have existed, blood-red eyes blinked in the darkness. Before they could utter a scream, they were pulled into the darkness, doomed to join the wailing of the dead and dying in their accursed corpse. As the night fell, and the last slivers of light gave in to the darkness, their cries faded, and the blood of those sorry passengers trickled, sweet and warm, into the throats of the red-eyed monsters. Only when that last drop had been swallowed up did the conductress appear, walking amidst the shredded flesh, counting off each passenger the way a butler might inspect a mess left behind from his master's feast. 231, 232. The ceremony is complete, and this journey has come to an end. We hope you had a pleasant trip, and we look forward to seeing you again aboard
The Danube Dawn.
The Danube Dawn. I haven't been able to read a vampire story since the war started. Thank you kindly, ma'am.
It's just one of many stories in my collection. I suppose it's interesting enough then.
You suppose? It's amazing! And the next train coming into the station is called the Danube Dawn too, you know. Huh. So, it's the same train, isn't it? The vampire's secret base.
Huh. The folly of youth. Not yet able to discern fiction from reality.
Well, it's not like these stories just spring up out of nowhere. I've heard all kinds of them that really happen. At least, I think so. What do you think, ma'am?
What I think is of little matter. I simply write what I see. And I see an intriguing story in you. May I have your name?
Robuska. My name's Robuska. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Robuska. An interesting name. I'll be sure to make record of it. As I said, I'm a collector of stories, and you may just have something worth adding to my collection.
I'd love to, ma'am. But you're about to board the train, aren't you? I'm only here for a visit, so it's pretty much impossible I'll ever see you again.
I wouldn't be so sure. Many a great tale started with the impossible.
Vampires on a train, eh? That old tale.
Old tale. You heard this story before, sir?
No, not precisely. But many like it. Vampires, werewolves, wild beasts, and monsters. It's always the same story about the powerful consuming the common folk. Storytellers have always been good at making their points one way or another.
Huh. That doesn't seem like the same thing to me. What do you think, ma'am?
You're young. You'll grow out of these tall tales soon enough.
You really don't think vampires are real?
I'm much too old to believe in that kind of rubbish. I don't see why it's necessary to even put vampires in that one anyway.
Of course it's necessary. Think about it. The story's about death, right? And vampires kill, sure, but they also give eternal life. So, say one of the passengers is killed. The vampire can just bite them on the neck, and just like that, they're alive again. Take out the vampires, and now death is a one-way trip. The end of the line. It's way more exciting to have some twists and turns. I mean, where's the fun in a story you can predict from the very beginning?
You're in for disappointment looking at things like that. The world is filled with predictable endings, usually predictably tragic. Just look at those poor folk over there. They've been waiting here for days. How do you think their story will end? Do you think they have tickets in their pockets? Of course not. But they're hungry and afraid to face the gunfire. So they come here to try their luck. But miracles are few and far between in this world.
Try their luck? What sort of luck are you talking about exactly?
I'm sure you're well aware already.
You're confusing me, sir. Weren't we just talking about stories?
The next train will arrive in 20 minutes. Please line up, taking care to bring all your belongings, and prepare your tickets for inspection.
It's coming. The Danube Dawn.
This is my chance. Well, I better get going now. I mean, my train is here. God bless you, sir. Whichever god that is.
November 30th, 1912. The Danube Dawn is arriving at Vampires. Infection. Manus Vindictae. Didn't expect I'd be dealing with Manus Vindictae for my first field mission after the 5th storm. According to current intelligence, the vampire working with the Manus is set to board this train. I was hoping I'd be able to finish this job with my new teammates. Get this done quickly. It looks like this won't be so easy. Eastros Operations Squad 77. Rendezvous. Train station. Time 1820 hours. Still no answer. I never realized the storm could affect people's punctuality too. Fine. If the train arrives and they're still not here, then...
Don't push them. Do you even have a ticket?
For crying out loud, the train isn't even here yet.
No, my ticket!
Sir, please give that ticket back to that lady.
What are you talking about? This is my ticket!
Your ticket? You just snatched it from my hand. Everyone just saw it.
Sir, there will be other trains. Everyone will have the chance to leave. I need you to calm down, understand? Our tickets have been specially processed to prevent misuse, so you won't be able to use that ticket.
Other trains? Hey, everyone, listen to me. I have first-hand information. This is the last train out of here. It's now or never. No one's leaving here after tonight.
Sir? Sir!
You don't know what it's like out there. We could all be dead by tomorrow.
Oh, enough of your blithering excuses. Give me my ticket back now. You can save your heroic speech for... Ah!
Sir, please drop the weapon.
Let me in. I'll shoot her. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot everyone. You really think I'm just going to be a good leadership and go back home to wait for a bomb to fall on my head? No, no, no. If I don't get to make it out of him, then no one else will.
Hold it, you bastard! Get your hands off that lady! Don't make us end this the hard way.
Aren't you soldiers busy enough killing each other? You have to come and start roughing us up too? Alright, then try me. Let's see who can pull the trigger first.
Okay, so I was not expecting that first start. A couple things I want to mention here as far as this goes. Mainly, I guess the first thing is just how the mention about the story of how vampires played in stories.
This is Alia.
Excuse me.
It's got your back. Don't take your own step.
The biggest thing I wanted to mention here, and
This is mine! Mine! I've been waiting 3 whole days! Budapest is calling! Yes! The safe place! Budapest!
yeah, he definitely lost it.
Hypothermia, hunger, nervous tension resulting in delirium. Simply put, he's insane.
Well, given the situation, my understanding, it's either that or a bullet, so I guess I can understand why he's saying that. But, anyway, vampires in media have always been a bit of an interesting topic, because nowadays they're just kind of used as an excuse to be like, you know, dark, brooding, sex appeal almost.
As you wish.
That is not the original purpose. Like the old man mentioned, vampires originally were meant to be a way to criticize the upper class for constantly using the lower class for their own gains, as well as a commentary about, well, I'll just say it, the sexuality of people, or what, you know, the church and certain Christian groups thought about how certain other groups would, you know, treat marriage, sex, etc. Dracula had 3 wives. Carmilla was very much a commentary about women on women relationships. This list just goes on and on. But yeah, the fact that we're seeing Semiramis, she actually first appeared in a little side game you can play way back in. I want to say it was 1.3, 1.4. I don't remember exactly, but she's been in the game for a while now. But up until recently, she really had much relevance as far as either the story or the meta went. But typically, she's revolving around investigating a particular type of arcanists. Usually, the Beyond, as they're called. These are arcanists who exist or were born from spiritual or out of the world places, such as aliens. So, for example, Voyager and Sputnik would tend to be counted as the Beyond, since they were born from instances outside of the Earth. I believe, technically speaking, I'm forgetting her name. She was big on the last story. The expedition girl, Melinois. If I believe that. She is also considered Beyond, I believe, mainly because she was technically came back from death. Chiron, more recently, also is a Beyonder. But anyway, let's see here. This should be a quick cleanup.
Maybe take a deep breath.
A blessing bestowed by fate.
My next performance, bubbles bursting.
Yeah, that was a one-hit kill. My teeth were overpowered.
You all right, ma'am?
I'm fine, but my ticket. He still has my ticket.
Out of my way! Budapest! That's the only safe place! Ah!
Good Lord!
Sir, take my hand. The train's coming.
It's the train! It's the Danube Dawn!
then you die. Budapest.
No, sir! No!
I made it. Mother, Father, Melina.
Here's my ticket! Let me in! Let me in! I have a ticket!
Oh my. Everyone, please remain calm. We need to inspect this scene.
Please, let me in, miss. For the love of all that's good. Don't let us die out here.
This is the last train you need. Please. You have to help us.
A shadow? It could be some kind of arcane skill.
Annabelle, William, come along. We wouldn't want to get lost now, would we?
Wait for me, Miss Dorothy.
A Class 10 steam engine. When this beauty gets going, it'll run faster than the wind blows over the Alps. As a compound engine, you understand? Steam's got to go through 2 stages before it gets pumped out the top.
Crowd's starting to rush. Not safe to stand around. Excuse me. Coming through.
Please, wait. Huh?
Hey, my hat!
Red eyes.
You're kidding. I only got that hat 3 days ago.
A vampire disguised as a normal person, though far from perfectly. They could add her picture to the big book of vampire faces back at headquarters.
Okay, so I mean, it was very obvious from the start that she was going to be a vampire. Let's see here. Real quick. I guess real quickly, since I'm starting to stream these live now, I don't know if I'll keep doing this, but for the time being, do you guys want me to read out the comments as they come out? Like, I feel like me reading them out does ruin things a little bit, so that's part of the reason why I don't do that. But if you guys want to hear me read some of these out, go ahead. If not, or just go ahead and comment. If not, don't worry about it. What's not written in the field mission manual is a real norm. Let's see, mission number XXX of 1912, XX13. Location, the Dunbin Dawn. Security level, top secret. Okay, Q Report 1, multiple investigation records indicate that during the past 3 operation cycles, overall canine entry traces position detected in the Dunbin Dawn. There's some train running between Itzbul and Vienna. Okay, I see here. Activity signatures of a known beyond entity, the vampire. So yeah, so like I said, so that would be why she's here. She's specialized in like researching sorts of things. Ironically enough, Semiramis herself is technically a vampire. She was bitten and almost turned, but she hasn't completely lost herself. She didn't fully fall into the effect of the vampire's thrall. I guess just meanwhile, a series of unexplained death and disappearances have occurred across the train's routes. Including the community shows the victim suffered blunt force traumas with tissue mutation. Unidentified form different from the paranormal vampire infected. Upper division suspects direct contact with this strain of vampire. All evidence suggests presence of a normal vampire or to being dawn, either active or on a periodic cycle, or a vampire infected with atypical traits. Squad members are to prioritize personal safety during the operation. Let's see, level 4 investigator Simi Wellis, hereby signed the being dawn, or to being dawn, investigate for the vampire to be leads to doing their vampire infected incident along train routes. Collect direct evidence to collaborate between Manus Vindicti and the vampire. Isolates Operation Squad 77 after doing Dawn, Dogs, Platform 3, Station G, 6:20 p.m. local time, November 30th, 1912. St. Paul Foundation. The gate. Okay. Sorry, I just skimmed over that because it's interesting. It's a lot of world building, but it's if you're not too familiar with it, it is a little gobbledygook. But yeah, let's see here. So I am genuinely curious to see how this is going to play out because it's very obvious that the kid is a young vampire, either turned relatively recently or they just never got trained properly. So, Catgut, she stumbled, but on what? Threads of fate?
Phew, didn't follow me. All right, guess I'll just board here. A little longer yet, Rabuska. There'll be food for days on the train. All you have to do now is get on.
Please, wait a moment while our attendant confirms your identity.
I've waited quite enough. Thank you very much. Let me aboard this instant. You saw the chaos those peasants raised. A living nightmare, I tell you. And I certainly don't wish to experience it again.
I understand your concern, Madam Sonia, but we must follow the train's regulations. Now, if you just wait a moment longer...
Have you lost your other eye, too? My ticket was snatched by that belligerent fellow who tumbled onto the tracks. Everyone can attest to the fact. Now I beg you to skip all this unnecessary rubbish, else I will be forced to write to the Railway Administration. I'm sure they'll be very much interested to hear about this little incident.
Please, madam, if you just wait for another moment, I'll go and ask my superior.
What a crass little girl you are!
Ima. I'll take care of this.
Who's that?
Oh, don't waste our time. I don't care who explains what. Who are you?
The solution to your problem.
Stitches, scars. Oh, you're that conductress everyone has been talking about. As I explained, my ticket has been...
I've been made aware of this situation. These tickets are made with an arcane process. No one will use your ticket without your consent. Attempts at ticket theft are a familiar thing. But we have never lost a single ticket.
That stings. This her arcane skill?
The arcane processing on the ticket will lead us to its location. It's close.
Okay, stay calm, Rabuska. Nothing to panic over. Do what you always do. It's worked so far. Ah, good evening, my fine lady.
Good evening, miss.
I'm not feeling so good.
Please surrender the ticket. It's in your left trouser pocket.
How do you... I mean... What ticket?
A ticket for the Danube Dome. Bilet za vlak. Train ticket. Understand? Miss.
All right. I didn't steal it. I just saw it floating in the air. You know, finders, keepers, and all. Huh?
I'm take the ticket. It's in...
Left trouser pocket. I know.
Hey! Hey! Ugh, put me down! Get your hands off me!
That mouth has a habit of running off. Should I sew it up for you?
Coins, a red bottle, a few strips of cloth, and a flute. There certainly is an awful lot in here. Is this some kind of magic pocket? Don't worry. The conductress won't hurt you. We just want to retrieve the ticket. Found it! Madame Sonia, please take a look. Is this your ticket?
Oh, yes! This is it. Oh, thank goodness you found it.
I'm just hungry. So hungry. I never meant to hurt anyone. Rich people always find a way to get onto these trains. I just thought that maybe I could get on to have a meal. You've got your ticket back. So how about letting me down? I'll see myself off.
There you are. What sort of trouble have you gotten up to this time? Good evening, conductress. Would you mind letting her down? This is my assistant. May I ask what sort of inconvenience she's caused?
That's right! I'm Rabuska, her assistant. What took you so long, boss? I couldn't find you anywhere. What with all the snow?
Assistant.
Yeah, we're on a very, very important mission. But we got separated.
We've wasted enough time. Let's go. And don't forget your ticket this time. If you cause trouble like that again, I won't hesitate to punish you, in line with the proper regulations.
Sure. Thank you.
I see. In that case, on behalf of the crew of the Danube Dawn, I wish you a pleasant journey. We're running late now, and the snow is getting heavier. Come aboard. If there are any other matters to discuss, let us do so in the warmth of the train.
I want to say real quick, Simi Wellness is quite a good person. She is, I wouldn't say she's perfect. She tends to be very work focused, and she's definitely not doing this entirely out of the kindness of her own heart, but she's also not the kind of person who would just let a kid just, get stuck starving on the street if she can help it. But it's actually Rubisca's just very much gonna take advantage of this. I'm just curious. She gets very much, what's the word here? Gremlin. She gets very much gremlin energy. She's street smart, she's slick. She reminds me very much of, I think it was Kanjia from the Eternal Stars event. Again, probably butchering some of these since it's been a while, but she's very much a kid who's had to raise herself, if that makes sense. And I'm genuinely curious to see where this goes next.
How splendid! This train is more luxurious than I ever imagined.
Well, she was a luxury express once upon a time. I heard that during the Golden Age, each journey she took was like a social event in itself, filled up to the brim with nobles and celebrities.
It appears I'll have to finish this mission myself. It's not all bad. At least I'll have a little bonus waiting for me when I get back to the Foundation. You're going the wrong direction, Miss Rapuska. Our seats are this way.
Of course they are. Thank you so much, ma'am. I never would have gotten on board if it weren't for you. I really don't have anything to repay you with, though. Tell you what, when we get to Budapest, if you still remember me...
Not so fast, Miss Rabuska. I have some questions for you.
Welcome aboard the Danube Dawn, operated by Vienna Pannonian Railways. I am Corvus, your conductress, and this is Ima, your chief stewardess. The Danube Dawn travels from Istanbul to Vienna, a journey of a little more than 800 miles, with stops in Nika and Budapest. Due to an unfortunate incident at the station, our departure will be delayed until after dinner while we cooperate with the local government's investigation. As an apology, we have prepared a substantial meal for every passenger.
Free food!
I see you have a particular interest in food. You're welcome to my meal if you'd like. But in return, you need to sit here and stay out of trouble. Do we have an agreement?
Well, I mean, it is tempting, but... Why are you doing all this? I'm just an ordinary girl. Why do all this for me?
I'm not keeping you, if that's what you're thinking. You're free to go anytime. That is, if you really are a normal girl, as you claim. That conductress is sharp. If she figures out you're not my assistant, it may be difficult to convince her not to throw you out. And to top it off... I don't think this terrain is anywhere near as safe as it first appears.
Foreshadowing. Well, if we went over the report, so it already told that there is a scheduled or a cycle of feedings happening, or some kind of attacks happening on the train anyway. Excuse me. An untold, or perhaps all too familiar story from the past. Let's see, room 1. Let's see. This one's Versilius Palace of Rails, gliding over the banks of the Duban River. From Istanbul. Okay, that's what we already know. I do want to mention, I'm not entirely sure when this time period is. Obviously it's 1920s, but I don't know exactly what event is going on here. Mind you, it may not be an actual event in history. For those who haven't been keeping up, for one, I have a whole series on YouTube you can watch and just see where the story started and how it's going. It's about 2 years of content at this point on YouTube, so... Oh yeah, almost 2 years on content on YouTube, wow. But anyway, there you go. But anyway, during one of the events, the group known as Management Dictate went and have started altering history. And now, I'm not sure if this event is something that actually happened in our time, or if this is something that the Manists have started as a war in Vienna. I know there was the 100-year, or the... What was it? The War of 18... No, not 18... I want to say, like... I know some kind of French war. I want to say the War of 1860, but I think that's wrong. Yeah, definitely wrong, because they had tanks and stuff like that. Oh, I forget exactly what the war was called, but the war was taking longer than expected because Manists were supplying weapons to both sides. But anyway, let's see here. So tableware disappeared, French cuisine vanished from menus, flavorless beef stew took its place. There was one aging gentleman of elevated tuxedo clinging to the last shreds of his dignity. Miss Herman, with great face, all eyes into her mouth, his very presence mixed with morbid necrotism. Let's see here. Like a ghost, by midnight, he would wander the trains, breaking every carriage that when dawn was his home. He knew every passenger's quirks, every warm cushion, every seat on the windows, or sofa passenger's plane. While passing through a fog ditch Budapest, the conductor vanished, followed by the mist, gone without a trace. At the source of the passengers, members of the train took him. His body was hidden in one of the cars. His eyeballs embalmed and nailed to the ceiling of cars 1 to 10, so that every living death he will keep watch over his beloved train for more. Well, that's that morbid, huh? Okay, bon appetit.
You call this beef stew?
I truly am sorry, madam. I'm afraid the war has limited our ability to procure supplies up to our usual standards. It may taste slightly different from our usual fare.
Slightly different? This is a boiled cowhide in a thin gruel. It's always for this and for that with you people. Excuses piled on excuses. I paid my fare, the same as usual. I deserve the service I've come to expect.
Wouldn't you say that's a touch harsh, Mum? There's people out there getting showed the kingdom come, begging for any scraps they can get.
Ha! Is this what you Brits do? Stick your noses into a lady's business and levy pointless accusations? Don't you have something better to do with your miserable little life. Perhaps you ought to try feeling the sun on your skin, or, I don't know, cooking a meal that doesn't taste like wet socks.
Oh, that's rich, you... What are you doing, Mum?
Me. Just recording what I see. Train clash. Beef stew sparks national conflict. Lady accuses British gent of abominable cooking. Or, perhaps, battle at the dinner table. One woman's rage over beef stew. Don't let me stop you. This is all excellent material.
Journalists.
That I am. Though I'm primarily an editor. But I write reports whenever a good one comes along. Call me Verity. If you have any interesting material, especially about arcanists, please contact me. I will pay accordingly.
Thank you ever so much, madam.
Don't you worry, poor thing. At least someone's enjoying the meal.
I haven't had food like this in forever. Thank you, ma'am.
It's Semmelweis. Has anyone ever told you that your eye color is very unique?
Yeah? Thanks. You were saying that this train isn't as safe as it looks. Why do you say that, exactly?
People rarely match their deeds to their words. They may say one thing, but I found their true motives to often be much darker. Anyone could be a danger. The passengers, the conductress, or even... you.
Miss Semmelweis, all I am is a hungry kid looking for food. Look at me. How could I be a threat to anyone?
You did take that woman's train ticket, yes?
Well, yeah, I took it. But I hadn't eaten anything for 4 days. I needed to do something to survive. I didn't mean to do her any harm. I figured maybe they'd let her on anyway. And then we'd both get on and there would be no trouble.
No one can blame you for trying to survive in these conditions. At the very least, you weren't the cause of any harm. But there is one thing I'm curious about. How did you reach that ticket earlier? It was your arcane skill, wasn't it?
People rarely match their deeds to their words. Then what about you? What are you doing here?
I'm here to investigate this duplicity. But our arrangement was for you to answer the questions. Have you seen this pattern before?
Yeah. I've seen it. Maybe in a market? Or on a wall somewhere. I might be able to search my memory more carefully. That is, if you let me go later.
You're quite clever. Unfortunately, your acting skills could use a little work, which means I already have my answer. You're not one of them. One last question. How familiar are you with vampiric legends? It's often said that their eyes have a peculiar quality, just like...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Excuse me, madam. A moment of your time.
Stay put. I'll be back soon. Do exactly as a good little assistant would do. Understood? Vampires aren't the only dangerous things that may lurk on this train.
Sure thing, boss.
That girl is not your assistant. Save your explanation. I doubt you've known each other for more than half an hour.
I wouldn't have expected you to probe into matters of passenger privacy. I believe we should abide by certain basic humanitarian principles, even during wartime. Wouldn't you agree, Conductress?
If you were an ordinary passenger, as you claim, I wouldn't have probed. But you are from that Foundation, correct? That badge with the black and white print. Wherever the Foundation shows up, trouble follows.
No need to be nervous, ma'am. I'm just on my way to Vienna for a little holiday.
Aboard an express train bound to pass through a war zone, you must take your vacations very seriously.
St. Pavlov Foundation. I'm sure you'll find my identification is in order.
St. Pavlov Foundation. Investigator Semmelweis. I see. Is there anything that I might do for you, Investigator?
We've received intelligence that there may be a dangerous vampire on this train. I could use your help in the investigation.
A vampire. You're chasing fairy stories. If you ask around, all you'll get is 100 different stories, none of them real. I can't help you chase a myth. Please have a seat, investigator. I hope my handicraft doesn't bother you.
What are you working on?
A scarf for Ima.
I've been tasked with verifying the authenticity of this intelligence. However, your attitude... You mentioned that you've seen this badge and pattern before. Was it someone you met recently?
I have worked on the Danube Dawn for many years, investigator. I have seen everything, except a vampire.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want something about this. I want to take a screenshot of this real quick. There you go. All right. Thank you. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
I see. Then let's presume you're telling the truth. It's understandable it would be difficult to imagine something you've never seen. According to our intel, vampires are extremely dangerous creatures. Once bitten, death is a near certainty, regardless of whether the victim is human or arcanist. Those few who survive become what is known as infected. They're like a bomb with a broken fuse. No predicting when they'll go off. Therein lies our problem, Conductress. We believe one such vampire is hiding somewhere on this train. There's no need to exaggerate the threat this may pose to your passengers. You aren't going to turn a blind eye now, are you?
Conductress, the station staff said they want to confirm something in person with... Huh? Oh, am I interrupting something important? My apologies, I'll just...
Wait. I'll go with you. Excuse me for a moment, investigator. It's an administrative process for the passenger who fell on the tracks. Let's go. Best not to keep them waiting.
Our supervisors need an answer. The train can't depart unless...
Are they trying to blackmail her? I suppose it isn't unheard of in times of war. A long stop could prove helpful to my investigation.
Oh, so you're one of us.
Could the railway be working with the army? No, then this conversation wouldn't be happening. Is she handing him a badge? Perceptive, aren't you?
Alert the station to begin sanding the tracks. We're departing soon.
Oops. If you hear something, a weird sound effect, that was me. I accidentally clicked something by mistake. Right. Anywho. So. Let me see. Okay. Weird. Anywho. So. Browse the records. So I feel that either those people are either working with the Manius, or they're part of the vampires. But anyway, let's see. Top secret, very rare beyond, bearing a strong resemblance to humans with several defining traits, pale skin, irises typically crimson, varying depth with tolerance for blood intake. What is it functions as one of the key's energy source? Vampires exhibit a compulsive craving for blood, particularly that of a highly active animals. Okay, key traits: bloodthirst, photophobia, abilities. So yeah, these are make sense. Touching a lot of blood, there's the sun. Ordinary physical attacks are largely ineffective. Only bullets forged from metal refined through specific alchemical techniques, most notably pure silver, can inflict permanent damage upon them. So that trope is still here. That's it now. When a vampire bites or exchanges body fluids with an individual possessing unique arcane affinity, there's a high probability of conversion. Infect on the go blank hours of volatile psychological mutation, 93% mortality rate, and over 96 infected mental instabilities among survivors. Those who endure the process will ultimately become the infected, gradually gaining creatures' biological traits and mastering their arcane skill. Man's Vindicta is conducting ongoing experiments converting ordinary humans directly into vampires. Sex rate and stability of such a transformation remains unknown. Oh, that's bad. I mean, it makes sense with the Madness. Their goal is getting rid of humans, so doing something that would turn regular humans into an arcane creature would be right up their alley. But anyway, let's see here. Midnight Piercer. Well, yeah. The Midnight Piercer, woo woo! Join us on a waltz among the blinks of the Dubain.
The train is finally moving. Now, what to do when I get to Budapest? First, eat a lot of kapama. No, wait. First things first, find a job, then kapama. Find a job so I can eat kapama so I can work harder. Mama, will the kapama in Budapest taste as good as yours? Whatever happens, I'll do my best to stay alive. I promise, Mama. Miss Semmelweis won't be back for a while, right?
I'm here to investigate this duplicity. One last question. How familiar are you with vampiric legends? Vampires aren't the only dangerous things that may lurk on this train.
She did pay for my beef stew and lark cake, but she seems really obsessed with vampires. No, the sooner I leave, the better. Forgive me, Miss Semmelweis. I'll repay you. Someday. Cross my heart. Ouch! I'm lost. I can't find my friends. I'm sure you'll find them sooner or later. It's not like they were thrown off the train or something. So, just keep on searching. Go on, you can do it. Please help me. I don't know where I am. Stop crying. I'm a vampire. If you don't stop, I'll bite you. Really? Aren't you afraid of me? I'm a red-eyed vampire. See? Wow! Your eyes are so pretty. Like rubies. Rubies? Never heard that one before. Rubies, or maybe the red roses of Damascus. Roses? Sure they are. Roses that never wither. Tell me more. More of these good things about vampires. But Miss Dorothy doesn't let us read vampire stories. She says they're, made up believe. I don't care, though. I think they're amazing. Don't you? So, I read them myself. The pure-blooded vampires are the strongest, and they live in big, big castles. You must live in one, too, right? Sure I do. Now that you mention it. Maybe I can tell you all about my glorious ancestors. Ahem. Long, long, long. A lot of longs ago. Back in the earliest times. A most amazing ancestor of mine gave some invaders a good beating. Yeah, that's right. He was the famous impaler known as Dracula. Arnold V. Dracula! Dracula! My great-grandfather Arnold lived for 155 years. Then, he took a wooden stake to the heart and bled to death. Then, how old are you? Name's Rabuska. I'm 14 years old. I'm 214 years old. Yep, I've already lived 200 plus 2 times 7 years. But I'm still young for a vampire of my lineage.
Vampire?
William! You're here. This is my new friend, Rabuska. She's a vampire.
Wow, a real life vampire?
Wow. Oh.
How do you know she's a vampire, huh? You don't have any proof.
Yeah. Does she look anything like the ones in the stories? She does! Her eyes are red, like rubies.
But when Uncle Henry was sick, his eyes went all red, and you said he was a vampire too. Remember? Miss Dorothy even scolded us for being rude.
Don't listen to him. You're a real vampire, right, Rabuska? Of course I am. You want proof? Then here it is. I'll show you what a real vampire looks like. Take a look. Can you find my shadow? Shadow. Wait, you don't have a shadow. Exactly. We vampires don't have shadows.
Vampire! Vampire! Whoa! She really is a bona fide vampire.
Told you so.
So, you're a vampire. Then you must be brave. How about the scary conductress? Have you ever talked to her?
Conductress? I mean, more than just talk. She's actually one of my best friends. You think she's scary, huh? I'm telling you, she's big, but she's slow. If it weren't for me...
Wow, you're like a boss. Our boss. Boss! Boss!
Well, if you insist. All right, fine. I'll be your boss.
Looks like you're having fun. best friend.
You heard all that? We heard you the moment we entered the carriage. How wonderful to see you all getting along.
Big but slow. Is that right?
It's just a game.
Play as you like, but don't block the aisle.
Sure thing, old pal. We'll, make sure we do that.
Are these your new friends, Miss Robuska?
Not just friends. They're more like, familiars. Right, everyone?
Exactly. We're the familiars of the Great Vimb.
Ahem. This place is too crowded. I must have a larger castle. You hear me? When we get there, I can tell you some more stories about that.
That? Oh, that. New stories! New stories!
How lovely it is to see Miss Robuska making so many new friends. I'm almost a little jealous.
You've never had many friends. Is that why?
It's about time we headed back. Miss Semmelweis must be waiting.
It is. Let's go.
Robuska.
Oh, so we have some history here. How does Robuska and the one-eyed girl know each other? Innocent sealed away. Sweet, warm dreams they stay forever lost. Let's see, so this is his diary one, I think. Let's see, outside, it's all dark as if someone has spilled a whole bottle of ink. Glass windows reflect me and little William sitting on each other. Everybody's already asleep. The kerosene lamp on the table casts our shadows on the wall. I stare at them, holding my breath and clutch my teddy bear tight. Let's see. I clench along the rails like someone chasing after us, chasing away from a stumble, away from Uncle's house. Miss Dorothy was packing our clothes. Her hands were shaking so much she couldn't even fasten the buttons on my skirt. Her face was pale as paper, lips pressed tight, as if the moment she would mouth all the awful words trapped in her throat with wild like crows. She just said, "Children, hurry, come with me." Everything happened too fast. I didn't even have time to pack my dolls. Jenny, Jack, Nina, I'm sure you can bring you with me. Where's the train taking us? Budapest, Father's home. Will there be a warm fireplace there? Sweet debauched cake? The smell of roses? I've forgotten what Father looks like, but he must be tall enough to protect us. I like to hear some bedtime stories. The powerful, brave, and amazing vampire who only appears at night, just everything in their path. If only a vampire would really come. They drain the blood of the bad people and protect the good children who would behave. Yeah, no, I don't think a vampire would care too much about that. One moment, please.